Hi, my name's Bryce. Welcome back to VHS Player. We are playing Metroid Prime and recording it all on VHS. Oh, this game just makes me smile like an idiot just starting it up at all. I don't know how much I have a terrible memory, so I don't remember how much I gushed and raved about the title screen when I was sitting on it starting this series off, but boy howdy, I love the title screen in this game. Right. I like to scan all the things. That which fouls the water seeks the sun. Nice little warning of things to come. Toxicity. That's cool. Toxicity. I'm having trouble saying that word for some reason today. Toxicity levels critical contact with contaminated water, extremely hazardous. Yeah. Oh, and also, I would have sworn there would have been a scannable there, but the great poison comes from Talon's core. So this is where we're getting our first glimpses of some of the further ongoings. Truth awaits you in a sacred hall. And I was thinking about it, loading up the game and just sitting on the title screen for a moment. Is Metroid Prime my favorite title screen in any video game? Because the title screen is just gorgeous. The logo looks phenomenal across that just weird hazy red recording of biomass junk. I don't know, it's really evocative, and the music is just, again, flat out excellent. I am going to gush about the music probably every chance I get. Anyway, roots originate over walls. No decomposition detected. Host plant appears to thrive on toxic water. Just laying some groundwork here. This is fine. This runic symbol has been activated. I'm going to go ahead and skip that for a second so I can get out of the poison. 4 runic symbols in this room must be activated. Trace sediments indicate water once flowed here. Again, this is the cool stuff about the scan visors. It just because of course I have to make a Dark Souls reference every series. The scan visor is essentially the same deal as the item descriptions in Dark Souls. That is where a majority of the story is in Dark Souls and all that nonsense. There's tons and tons of information that is important to Dark Souls that's just tucked away on the item descriptions. But, it's extremely unobtrusive, and you don't have to read through it unless you want to. And I mean, there are people who disagree about Dark Souls being a Metroid or a Metroidvania. Oh, I was really worried about making that jump because I forgot I don't have double jump. But I don't know. So I just get so many of the same feelings playing Metroid Prime as I do playing Dark Souls. And like there's all of these little things that you can kind of point to and make similarities between, and like neither party's going to convince each other either way, and it's not like it's, you know, one of those things that's really important. Man, that skybox, that's real good. That is real good. I love a good skybox. Like, just completely legit, a good skybox helps sell the world of a game just so much. Just so very, very much. Unidentifiable obstruction, approximately 1 meter wide, excuse me, blocks the hole. A new Chozo lore, Chozo script translated. We have returned to Talon 4, born here again, born here against our will by a great cataclysm from the reaches of space. Let's try that again. I'm going to read through this again because, dang it, that was bad. We have returned to Talon 4, born here against our will by a great cataclysm from the reaches of space. A meteor came casting a dark shadow of debris over the land with the violence of its impact. Though we perceived this from beyond space and time, it was but a curiosity, a brief flare in an infinite march of the universe. But the meteor brought with it corruption. A great poison burst forth into the land, clawing at life with such violence that we were ripped from our peaceful state and find ourselves wandering as shadows of the mortal forms we left behind, searching for why we are here. This stuff's good. This game's good. Let's get the charge beam. Hold A to charge your laser. There's all sorts of more information about it. But then they, you know, quote unquote, trap you in here. But look at that. The charge beam can kill these things that previously we could just stun. So, like, previous mentions to poison in the Chozo logs and just, like, random bits around. They could have just been talking about, like, the poison in the water, but, like, this... That's, like, the... When things have broken down to be much more concrete of just, like, no, that's not the poison. There is something deeper that is behind this. Did not mean to do that, but it works. Cause of ceiling's collapse not recorded. Records indicate superstructure has stabilized, further collapse unlikely. Structural weakness detected in sandstone block. The water has shorted out the slot mechanism. It is inoperable. Research. Lock system engaged. Secure the area to unlock the door. Scanning range. Inactive platform lift detected. Its function should return once power is restored. More shriek bats. There's always more shriek bats. Unless they're ice shriek bats, in which case there are about 5, and then they're gone forever. New creature. Morphology. Stone toad. Preys on creatures smaller than itself, vulnerable only from within. A stone toad is able to remain still for days. It preys upon creatures smaller than itself, inhaling them whole. Anything it finds undigestible, it regurgitates. Stone toads use their tusks as a last resort in combat. All that eye movement. So this is a fun one. They trap you in here, just flat out. You can't get up that little ledge because you have no way of doing a hop as a morph ball. Unless you're playing the Wii version, apparently, which has, you can like flip your wrist to hop as a morph ball. I don't know if that is like reliant on anything else getting unlocked. Anyway. Mechanoid incinerator drone program for high temperature waste disposal. Device schematics indicate a high risk of malfunction when internal power core is damaged. Unit has minimal combat programming, but can defend itself if necessary. This drone's intense heat blasts compensate for its lack of battle prowess. It's doing its best. And again, with the, like, boy howdy, real easy to miss scans here. We have another type of war wasp, the barbed war wasp, airborne insect with the ability to launch its stinger at prey. A highly aggressive member of the war wasp family, this insect can propel the tip of its stinger up to 20 meters. The stinger tips regrow seconds after launch and contain an acidic component designed to pre-digest prey. Yep. Just run right into the fire and the wasps. Don't know why it would not lock on to that wasp. So there is a fun thing that you can do that I know kind of trivializes this fight, but like you can... It's fairly easy to just like jump up onto like some sort of hidden ledge on the incinerator itself. And you'll just be like above the fire and everything will be fine. Morph Ball Bomb! Hooray! Structural weakness detected throughout the wall. It is always nice when they show you what your new ability does. Morph Ball Bomb. We got it. While in Morph Ball mode, press A to drop a Morph Ball Bomb. Additional details. Let's check that out because there is actually some useful nonsense in here. Blah, blah, blah. And Samus notes, the Morph Ball Bomb can be used to break cracked walls and activate certain devices. If the Morph Ball Bomb, or if the Morph Ball is near a Morph Ball Bomb, when it explodes, it will be popped up a short distance into the air. This is called a bomb jump. When a Morph Ball Bomb explodes, it must be close to the enemy to be effective. The Morph Ball Bomb can easily break items made of sandstone or telluric alloy. Like the power suit, the Morph Ball is modular. There are several modifications it can be, etc. It can be at. Oh, right. And we can zoom and like check out the model, which is kind of nice because we don't see this version of the Morph Ball for long, I do believe. Yep. More missiles. This is kind of like a classic Metroid thing of like locking you into a space and then giving you the thing you need to get out of that space. New research. Standard Morph Ball slot. This slot is active. Inserting the Morph Ball and detonating a bomb will usually cause these slots to send electrical impulses that can activate different types of devices. What a weird thing, but okay, it works, it's fine. Basic systems appear to be operational. Device should operate once power has been restored. Great. Energy spike detected. Right over there. Okay, I know what it's pointing me towards. Yep. Well, that fall might cost me a good chunk of time if I don't get through this. Oh, jeez. Okay. Come on. Me? You have done this so many times. Stop struggling. Okay, it does have to be on time. Oh, well, that was embarrassing. So the 3D platforming, like the first-person 3D platforming, is like one of the things that people complain about for this game, and personally, I disagree very hard. I love this stuff, but will admit, every once in a while, it's just like, it just gets hard to completely understand the space that you are in. Okay, so just need to return to number 2, not all the way back to the first one. Good. And like, ultimately the problem with first-person 3D platforming is that you can't see under yourself. I misremembered something here. I thought Metroid Prime had done a thing where they like will tilt your camera downward whenever you jump, so that it helps you land those jumps. That might only happen once we get the space jump boots, because I am definitely not seeing it here. So yeah, single jump is just kind of the blind hop and hope. Which, like, it's fine whenever you're going up, but, like, when you're navigating a space where you have gone up and then need to, like, turn, like, you know, you can only turn so fast. And you can you? Let's see. Controller. We do not have, like, any turn speed options. So, I mean, like... Habrumph. Sure, that's... I want your stuff. Give me. But yeah, like, here is... This is just, like, one of those unfortunate room shape sort of problems of just, like... Because you have the ramp down, it's like, okay, let me just hop down here. But, like, you also have this little chunk of ledge that's missing. So it's just like, oh, okay, I can... There, it looks like there's something down here, and it's very easy to just fall off where I kept falling off. This, I promise, is not just me making excuses of why I fell off. What it is just like a, yeah, I get it, but I disagree. Like, there's definitely something weird about doing any sort of platforming in third person. Yep, I have scanned it. Energy tank, that's what the energy spike was. So right now I'm trying to decide if I want to do a smidgen of backtracking. I don't really want to. We'll come back when we have Spider Ball and can do that entire thing. Wah, wah, wah. That is one of those nice things about... It's the... You don't have the solution for the easy route through this room the first time you go through, but on return, it's just like, oh wait, I have this thing now. Haha, I'm so clever. Look at me being so smart, using the tools that they gave me explicitly for this purpose. More scan data. Fluid patterns analyzed. Main source of toxins in ruins detected. Okay, so I am finding the hint system a little aggressive. Like, at the same time, I do like that it does unfold in that, like, kind of story way. I can't make it up there, right? Without... Yeah. It's like, it will constantly give you somewhere, like, you know, point you in the direction that you need to go. But, like, it does so in a way that's just, like, it feels like, you know, your scanning systems are doing this, like, constantly of, again, it's like, is it, you know, like the ship is running all these scan diagnostics and whatnot, and then, like, beaming it to Samus every time it finds something? Or is it just in the suit itself? Who knows? Hey, don't do that. Runic symbol, there's 4 of them. I wonder. Did it. Structure ruined War Wasp Hive. The War Wasps are resourceful insects. The destruction of a hive will not deter the survivors from rebuilding a new home. Surviving War Wasp will defend new sites with their lives until the hive is complete. Man, look at these textures though. Like, that is just a really neat pattern, and like, yeah, it's simple and repeating, but like, you know, there's it just sells that there was like something sacred about this site at some point. Boo. Wasps. Alright, have I scanned these things yet? No, I have not. New creatures. Venom weed. Poisonous plant that retracts into the ground if threatened. Venom weeds evolve to thrive in the habitats of large organisms. They lure prey with brightly colored leaves, then detain it with tiny barbs that deliver a powerful toxin. Venom weeds rapidly decompose anything that succumbs to their mitts. Man. Oh, this game. I love this game. It is easily one of my favorite games of all time. Like, I have gotten into the randomizer of it some, and oh man, it is a good time. Like, it does have some, not necessarily issues, but it does have, structural weakness, sandstone. It does have some mild shenanigans in that, like, a default option is that you can, a default option that is turned on is that they will allow items to be generated in points of no return. So, like that one's not scannable. Like the incinerator that we just went through. You know, we need the morph ball bomb to get out of that room. And with the randomizer, by default, the option is set that will allow something to spawn there that is not the morph ball bomb. Which I find interesting and fun, but I also know this game very, very well from playing it repeatedly as a teenager. And like, there were a few like soft locks of finding, oh boy, it's a big one. What's this? Nah, got too far in. I didn't realize that those were going to be different from Flagra himself. One of Flagra's tentacles fills this narrow drainage channel. Analysis indicates that Flagra's central nervous system is located at the base of the structure. Hi, Flagra. Oh man, you take a while to scan, goodness. Morphology: Flagra. This mutant plant is the source of toxic water in the ruins. Flagra's growth cycle has been radically accelerated. As a result, it requires near constant exposure to solar energy to remain active. This exposure has made Flagra's outer shell thick and durable. Its lower root system is unprotected and vulnerable, however. Exploit this flaw when possible. Concentrated weapon fire can daze it for short periods. Mirror ray used to focus sunlight onto creatures. It looks like it can be tilted, possibly to take it offline. Alright, that's enough. Scanning now to kill Flagra. So one of the options I've seen in that randomizer also is Flagra music fix. So this boss music, as weird and trippy as it is, and I think it fits really well, it might actually be bugged. And what I mean by that is, like, it sounds like this music might be playing at half speed. Which I would have to break out the Wii version, like the Wii re-release of Metroid Prime as a trilogy, which hopefully that comes to Switch someday. That'd be cool. Anyway, it sounds like maybe in the Wii version, the music isn't this slow and it's actually like played at twice the speed, which seems like it's the quote-unquote intentional way. This is all stuff that I am assuming, so I might not be at all correct here. Real heck of a death animation there. And now it's time for the Varia suit. So, I think our Morph Ball will have a slight shift after we pick this up. Varia suit acquired. Dangerous areas of heat are now accessible. Additional data downloaded to inventory screen. Press start for details. Let's check that out. Varia suit adds resistance, increased heat resistance to power suit. Samus's note: the modification increases your defensive shielding, while the Varia suit can handle higher temperatures than normal. Extreme heat sources and heat-based attacks will still cause damage. Hey, you're not invincible just because you have the suit, but dang, she looked good. There's also, like, they mentioned the defensive shielding. Like, your suit does seem to get a little bit shinier every time you get a new suit, I think. Let's see. Yeah, our morph ball is a little bit more orange around the sides now. That's the Varia suit change. Slight color variation change. Now, obnoxiously, or at least I determined it to be obnoxious, the door that we came in through, and you only see it very briefly in that opening cutscene of fighting Flocka. This scan indicates this network of vines is invulnerable to weapon fire. There is just this set of vines that is locking this door now, which is real. It can be real frustrating when you're trying to navigate around the Chozo ruins and you don't know every path which leads every which way, and like you need to get back to somewhere that you've been before. And here we have water that we can't make this jump, I'm pretty certain. Toxin scans negative. Water is free of poison. So, like, even if you're not walking around and scanning absolutely everything, like, odds are either you are going to just haphazardly step into the water like I just did, or you're going to try to jump over it and come up short, because you cannot make that jump. It's interesting that... What is that? What is causing that? Something... That is a neat little effect that I have not realized before. The edges of the scan visor seem to, like, if they are, like, if something that you can scan crosses over into the scan visor center. So let's find a better example to look at. So, like, here we have the grass, like, as soon as that, like, this, as soon as this target, like, hits the edge, the scan visor, like, lights up in that center area. That's neat. That is a little detail I've never noticed before. And it's like, why does it keep popping up over here? There's some stuff over here. Ultra Energy replenishes 100 units of energy. Morphology: Pulse Bamboo, life form of raw energy. Periodically releases explosive segments from its body. Pulse Bamboos are energy beings invulnerable to most known weapons. Electrical energy can harm them, however. They lack any intelligence beyond an instinctive attraction to other charged energy sources. Pulse Bamboos produce energy constantly. All excess energy is shed, regardless of who or what may be nearby. Shit, I have trapped myself in a corner. That was dumb. It was just like, hey, look, let me just drag him a little bit over this direction. And it's like a little too far. So this is another one of those kind of point of no return bits of we're going to have to find a bunch of stuff before we come back here. So many wasps, and they're all angry. This cordite wall hanging appears to be slightly cracked. And this is where we get the introduction of cordite, which none of our weapons currently mentions that they can do anything with. Magnetic rail system and wasp are respawning. Leave me alone. Chosen lore. Chosen script translated. The world of living things feels strange to us. We who have existed so long on the edges of time and space. It is as clear now that we, Chozo, can never return to our dimension, not while the great poison reaches ever further into the planet. It is so powerful, this creeping evil, that our wills are crumbling and our minds beginning to fail. And so, before it is too late, we now make our last stand. We have begun to build a temple to contain this darkness. At its heart, we will place a cipher. A mystical lock powered by 12 artifacts and filled with as much power as we Chozo can harness in our ethereal states. Even when we are done, it may be too late. Alright, Wasp, I'm out. Access to Magmore Caverns granted. Sure is the elevator down to Magmore Caverns. So we have here a couple of that's the button for that. So this is the connection that is very important, because since you can't go through this room anymore, in order to get back here, if you ever like do something that, you know, might throw you back into this room, such as going through this hallway, getting up to here, and then jumping down here, how do you get back over to this elevator? It is not go back up this way, go all the way over here, and get to this door and realize, nope, it's locked, and then try to figure out some other way. No, it is actually come over here, go through this, go where we fought that first boss, and then into this back tunnel. There was a there is at the back of the room where we got our first energy expansion, a morph ball tunnel. And boy howdy, sure am talking about my first time through the game. And we have here the most annoying piston in all the world. You know, I think also our internal color of like the energy ball within the shell of the morph ball, I think that might have changed as well. Like, it is now this nice blue, and also we leave that blue trail. That's fun. There we go. I guess I should actually scan things, maybe. This appears to be a second of 3 locking mechanisms to seal the gate. The lock is activated, but its key slot is sealed by a weak metal grating. Granting, the grating has been broken. And this appears to be a third lock. And there's Chozo stuff over here. Hooray! Chozo script translated. Our sanctuary grows by the day. We Chozo know much of technology, but we have chosen to leave it behind on this journey. Our home here on Talon 4 will be a place of simplicity, structures hewn from stone, bridges woven with branches, hallways caressed by pure waters. We build around the ancient and noble trees, drawing from their strength and giving them our own in return. All that is wild will flow around us here. Our race will be just one more group of creatures in the knot of in the knit of nature. It is our hope that such a state will bring with it great wisdom, a greater understanding of the nature of the universe. Once our city here is complete, we will peer inward and discover the truth. So the important thing about this lock is it is teaching you about morph ball bomb jumping and the limitations thereof, since you are limited to 3 bombs at a time. You can only do so much, but like we had there the, hey, morph ball bomb to explode a thing, morph ball bomb to hop and then drop another one to explode the thing. And in doing so, you might just happen upon the timing, or at least it plants the seed in your mind of just like, wait, I have 3 bombs. So if I did do, hey, look at that, I can get up to the 3rd lock. You're nothing new. This room is really pretty, and there's just nothing in it. And what, hey, 1 energy tank. Which is really important because, like, in all honesty, Metroid Prime is, like, the world is very hostile, and there's just, like, starting off, there's a lot that can kill you. It's real easy to burn through 100 health, and that's what you start with. And at this point, like, we've gone through, killed a couple of bosses and gotten the energy tanks from that as reward. Well, I mean, they don't like hand us the energy tanks outright. Like, generally, it's go a step further. But at this point, we have, 3 spare energy tanks, so we've got 399 health as opposed to just 100. And you saw me blow through over 100 health just getting myself trapped in that corner with the bamboo. And yeah. Like, this world is fairly dangerous, flat out. Oh, I always forget that there's, like, actually, like, we have the continuation of Chozo Ruin architecture as we head into the start of this next zone. Or in my case, unceremoniously fall into this next zone. Alright, before I save and call it a day. New creature. It's a Grisby, subvolcanic carrion feeder. Carapace can be breached by missiles. The Grisby's carapace has been fused together by superheated air. This barrier stands up to everything but concussive blasts. Its intelligence is limited to instinctive scavenging patterns. So I don't remember if it is at this point that you would start taking heat damage from the from not having the Varia suit. If you somehow manage to get in here, say like in a randomizer. But I think it's the start of the next room is where it would show you the big warning signs of just like, hey, don't you're going to catch fire and burn to death. Please don't do that. I always forget this track, like this Magmoor Caverns First Visit track, where it's just like slow, methodical, almost a dirge. It's very foreboding. Anyway, let's go ahead and call it a day. Not much to scan so far down here, but like you get down here and you can see there's these like giant lava tubes, and there's the question of like, is this Chozo or not? Because there sure is a lot of metal, and like we just went through entire area like made of stone and all of that. And also like this is where we start seeing a lot of steam on the visor, and if you like look at it at all closely, you can easily tell that it's just like a single texture that's just copied 4 times and like flipped appropriately. But man, it's cool. Also, we have the charge beam, which makes trying to show off Samus's eyes a lot easier. So like you can see just like a glimpse of a reflection of her eyes. And that's super neat. This game is neat. I really like it. Oh, jeez. Okay. That's enough gushing for a day. Next time, Magmoor Caverns. Hooray! It is honestly my least favorite zone. Largely because it's a long stretch and you pass through it a number of times. And yeah, it's fine though. Like it's still. I love this game. I love this game. All right. Well, thank you very much for watching. I've been Bryce. This has been VHS Play. Have yourself a lovely evening.